be Hero X Episode 8 might be the origin of the best hero we see in To Be Hero X.
Or at least so far, because Scion is him. In this case, it's her.
This was also the first episode of this series that was in 100% 2D animation. It looked amazing.
But the real highlight of this episode is Scion's story.
We start out with this reporter guy who snuck onto this plane crash site and finds our new main character, Cyan. He low-key thinks this whole plane crash was planned because no hero showed up to save them in the first place.
He's low-key on some conspiracy vibes. Also ran into another conspiracy artist right outside of the office that he got fired at for talking about how no hero showed up there. And the guy that he ran into was also talking about how the plane crash was set up.
Then he starts talking about some embrace fear, and he also mentions this Aether Laboratory.
After he said the Aether Laboratory, the reporter guy was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And then he walked away from the cops.
What is this Aether Laboratory? It turns out this reporter snuck Cyan out of the plane crash before anyone found out that she was there, took her to this orphanage.
Also doesn't want to say she's from the plane crash because he thinks that the plane crash could be a setup and the person who put the plane down might have been trying to kill her and then she could be targeted again if they found out she was still alive.
Once they find out that Cyan has really good luck, she starts getting used by everyone there. By the kids she's playing with, by the caretakers.
They're having them touch their packs of cars before they open it so they can get a more rare car. At this point, it seems like there's no real human connection with any one of her friends.
I don't know why they started using her like this when she's just this kid who lost her family like not that long ago in a tragic plane crash, and they're just like, yo, like, who's my next husband?
She meets literally the exact opposite of her, like the bad luck kid who calls himself the infamous Calamity.
But this is when it starts getting real, because Cyan starts talking about her emotions for the first time. She starts talking about how she doesn't want to be a hero. She just wants to be normal, make mistakes, and have friends, and wear her own clothes.
It's like this whole blessing thing is just weighing her down crazy.
There's another time skip, and it jumps another 6 years, and Cyan was singing blessings like she normally does, and then the blessing stops, and she rips off the white clothes. She says, nah, I'm done with this. Starts performing some rock-type song that was fire.
Then the dean and the caretakers all start freaking out, like trying to stop this, but they got some rollerblades on. They were prepared for this, so they start rollerblading out of that bitch. They got this kid holding the door open like, come on, you're almost there. They almost get to the door, and then boom!
The dean pushed the kid away with some like wind type move, and he's standing there with this crazy aura, and then he says, don't even think about leaving me, Cyan. Who is this guy? Like, what? He's got powers?
To Be Hero X just keeps delivering on mystery, drama, and emotional weight every episode. I don't know how they do this. Cyan's struggle between being a symbol and just wanting to be herself, like, this is fire.
This episode was another 10 out of 10. I feel like we're in for the greatest arc yet, so tap in if you have not.